Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I'd like to thank those of you who have spoken in support of this amendment. As I've stated before, if adopted, West Virginia would be declaring that the tyrannical force of the government will not be used to sell a product. I think that especially over the last 5 years, we have seen an increase in division concerning this issue, and we certainly have seen the increase in division within this body. I believe that with the adoption of my amendment, we will be returning the conversation and discussion back to healthcare providers and their patients and families, and their priests, and their rabbis, and their spiritual advisors and ministers, back where it belongs. No longer will effort, energy, and expense be directed to forcing West Virginians to use products. The conversation and information about these products will happen between doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and other healthcare providers with their patients and those who care about them, instead of conversations taking place in the halls and the rotunda between healthcare providers, industry lobbyists, and legislators. I viewed this matter differently 6 years ago. Then there was COVID. I had a different perspective about this 1 year ago. And then I watched the machinations toward a veto. That's where I have landed to this point today. I have heard from moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, Mias and papas, and many others who have woken up and are frustrated and in disbelief in regard to the existing vaccination policy and attitude. They are in fear of where our current policy is headed. They bring up COVID, they bring up the pandemic, the protocols of COVID, and it does not fall short on them that our current policy aided and abetted in what happened. I have a sworn duty and obligation. I have been honored with a task, a privilege to uphold and protect our God-given rights as set forth in the constitutions of our country and our state, which include the right to life and liberty. This would encompass in 2025 the right to decide which product to use, inject, or ingest to stay alive and to be healthy. I respect doctors and nurse practitioners and healthcare providers and the relationships that they should have with their patients. With the passage of my amendment, nothing, I repeat, nothing interferes with that. We will not be banning vaccines. They can still use their products, and patients can still choose to use them. They will just no longer be able to use the coercion of the state to do so. I have proposed this amendment for the future, for the West Virginia of newly born Pearl, for Claire, for Maddie, Abby, Evelyn, Ariel, Marco and Mara, Savannah, Zach, Lila, and so many others. Thank you for listening. I humbly request you press green, and I ask for a roll call vote, Mr. Speaker.
Debate on